What happens when you get into a front impact? One of the first things that absorbs that front impact is the collapsible front horns right up front. We've actually got it on display over here. Most manufacturers put just little indentations in the frame, traditional crumple zones. The collapsible front horns do a much better job of handling front impact. They also double as bumper attachments and a few other things too. After that initial impact, all that kinetic energy is absorbed up through what they used to call the shotguns. These steel tubes that go right through here. And the steel tubes actually redirect that energy. The top tube redirects it up through the A-pillar. The bottom tube redirects it down through the rocker panel. So all that impact is redirected up and around the occupants on the inside. And you've got engine mounts that are designed to actually drop the engine down and in as opposed to going through the firewall. So you've got great crash absorption up front, but here's the kicker. It's the strength of the cab itself. They're now using hydroformed high-strength steel all the way around the cab. That's incredibly strong. Even where we used to spot weld, we don't do that anymore. They use a laser-guided single weld that goes all the way across. You add to that, in the Super Crew, a B-pillar that's reinforced with a plate of boron steel. It's the highest density strength steel you can get. It doesn't get any stronger. We even anchor the seat belts into boron steel. That's how strong the cab is. Now this number comes directly from Ford. When I'm talking about not the whole truck, the cab itself, it's actually 75% stronger than your 08 cab. To give you a rough idea what we're talking about here, I learned this at the Michigan Proving Grounds last June. When they were working with a couple prototypes and they were done with them, they sent them to the crusher. Right? They didn't crush. It actually blew the valves out of the crusher. They had to go back and individually cut the pillars and then send it back to the crusher. So it's like, that's strong. Now, you know, they're going to extreme lengths here, okay? We were already meeting tests in advance. Coming up in 210, 212, one of the tests we got to meet is a rollover test. And in that test, a pickup is going to have to be able to support 2.5 times its own weight on the roof of the cab. We've already met that ahead of schedule. We can do that now. 2.5 times the weight of the truck on the roof. Another one is a pole test. They have a stationary pole. They put the truck on a track and then run it sideways into the pole at 20 miles an hour. One, to check for side impact, and also to see how airbags deploy. We met that test ahead of schedule. So, barring, I mean, you can include a whole number of other wonderful things on the truck, but to me, what they've done here in terms of crash absorption and cab strength is just absolutely amazing. It just blows everything else out of the water.
It's amazing.